Okay, we are recording, by golly. See this? It's a rod. It's a rod. Where am I going with this? Length contraction. Length contraction. When things move close to the speed of light. You ever Google that, what causes it? Try it. Only if you want to get really kind of dizzy and confused. You know the routine, you know how it works. You will get every kind of, those big words, than just simply a straightforward answer. No, that's not going to happen. No, that's too easy. You have to suffer for it. Human ego, human one-upmanship. Yeah. Science is no different, my friend. So here I Googled what causes a vessel moving at relativistic speed to contract in the direction of motion. The answers I see just want to make you just jump in a cold swimming pool. Here's one that's kind of rather interesting. Let's see. What does it say? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Length contraction is a symptom of tilted now planes. Tilted now planes. All right, sir. You know what? Here it is, my friend. It's so easy, you make your head scratch. Okay, so here's a rod. Watch. Tell me, the minute I push on this end, does that end move instantly? I mean, instantly. Let's say you say, yes, it does. Okay. How about if this was 2 feet long? How about if this was 100 feet long? How about 1,000 feet long? How about 1,000,000 feet long? When I push this, that's the other side will move instantly. If it does, that means it's faster than light. That means it moves faster than light. And you have heard that nothing moves faster than light. So it takes time for the other side to move. It's too short so you can see it. So what does that translate into? It's not that complicated. It's not brain surgery. Okay. Look, when you push on the side, there are forces that travels to that side to tell that side that this side is moving, so get going. And we know that things are made of atoms, and in the nucleus and the electrons, there's a vast amount of space. So that means this is just nothing but space. Imagine this is a spring, a coil of spring, and inside just vast space. Now we're going somewhere. So imagine, I was going to make a cool-up spring, but it was cold, and I didn't want to go to the misery of it, but I figured, you know what, I can explain it just the same. You do not need animations and anything. If you're just honest, simple, it makes anybody can understand you. Imagine if this was a spring, and I want the length of this to remain the same, and I'm putting it on one side. Let's say I'm putting it here, right? If I put it here, the front part of the spring will stretch. Will get longer before the back part begin to move. Right? Of course. So if I were to tell you to keep, what would you do if you were to move it, but keeping better keep the length the same as you're moving it. That means, see, when you pull it from the front of it, it takes time for the back to kind of go, oh, but get going, right? As you're putting it, but it stretches. So for you to move it and keep the length the same, that means the back must move first. The back must move first. So as you pull on this side, the back is already anticipating, right? The back, but it's happening quick, right? So, because if you pull from the front, it's already too late. So how would you move it so me looking from outside, the length will look the same? Me looking from outside, the length will look the same. Well, that's not going to happen. See, watch. If let's say it's a huge rod and I'm sitting inside of it, or let's say this is just a rocket, okay, or a vessel, a space vessel, moving at the close speed of light. So to me, the rocket, no matter how fast I go, the rocket's length doesn't change. No matter how fast I go. But from outside, it says that the rocket looked contracted from the back side. From the back side, not from the front, but from the back side, it looks squeezed. You see, that's because for the length to be the same, for the pilot, for the rock inside, the outside observer, looking from outside, this back has to move first. See, the back part has to move first, otherwise it will look stretched. You see, so from the outside it looks squeezed because the back has to move first. But from the inside it doesn't look squeezed because it's moving at the same time. Do you see the picture of this? How would you move the spring while you're inside of it? Because a rocket is a spring, right? Electrons, atoms, they're all, It's a composite matter, nothing but space. When you're moving it that fast, because when a rocket moves, it takes a mass. This side, if it's moving, hey, we're moving. This. By the time the back gets it, the front is already over there. So the backside has to move. See, simultaneously, the back has to move before the front has to anticipate ahead. It's like this. Here's another example. Let's say it takes 8 minutes for the light to get from the sun to Earth, correct? All right. So let's say you're in the sun and I'm on the Earth, and you say you have a stick and you hit a drum, boom, right? And I'm on the Earth, and the trick is to both of us hit the drum at the same time. But it takes 8 minutes for me to see, oh, he hit the drum. So I hit the drum. But you hit the drum 8 minutes earlier. So by the time I hit the drum, I'm actually 8 minutes late. That's not at the same time. It took 8 minutes for me to see you hit the drum. So I must hit the drum 8 minutes before you. I must hit the drum before I see you hit the drum. This side has to move first, squeezing, because it's moving that way. You see, it's moving that way. So this side has to be ahead of that side. That's why it looks squeezed from the back. Looking at it from outside. But from the inside, it looks fine. It looks the same. It looks normal. See the thing. So someone standing outside looking at the Earth and the sun will see me hitting the drum first, 8 minutes. That's right. See, so before this guy moves, this guy has to move first, in order for the whole thing not to break, basically, not to snap, not to just snap in half. For this thing not to break in half, this has to move first. Where this is going with that relativity of two rockets being tied up with a damn string together. Trying to explain why it's moving at the same speed or the same acceleration, and how is it that the guy from outside looking at the two rockets being tied up with a string, the string snaps. They're both moving at the same speed. Actually, if you watch the explanation, you look at the so-called the science asylum guy. Look, watch the wording. See language. Language is a strange business, my friend. It's all done by means of language. He explains. What does he say? This paradox took 17 years to solve. It's still debated. But his explanation is what? That the rocket in the back, tied with the string, the rocket in the front, that the rocket sees the front rocket accelerate quicker. And the rocket in the front sees the back rocket He's not clear about that. You gotta watch it to see it. So, what does quicker mean? Quicker means that here's the rocket front, here's the rocket back, the rocket A, rocket B, held together by a string. Quicker means this front accelerated faster than was agreed upon, so the string snapped immediately because they both took off at the same time, which means what? Which means that this one took off before the rocket B took off before rocket A. It has to be, otherwise it will not be simultaneous. Like you hit the drum on Earth first before the guy in the sun hit the drum. Okay, so they supposedly account for that this has to move first. So does what does it mean by quicker? Does that mean the reason it's that because the front rocket moved with a faster acceleration, or the front rocket moved first? What does quicker mean? You think it's clear, right? But it's not. Nobody catches it. If the front rocket accelerates first, it will snap. Of course. The back hasn't had time to it's like pulling on the spring. It's going to stretch. Snap. Imagine it's not a spring. Imagine it's a twine. It will snap, right? If the front accelerates faster, it will snap faster than agreed upon. In other words, they both move at the same time, which would mean this moved first, but this moved before that one, right? Except that one accelerated faster. You see the nonsense? You see the nonsense? Quicker. Why do you use the word quicker as if you're saying something? And nobody catches this. Nobody catches this. As if he's really saying something. He's not solving anything. So he turns around and does the animation of hyperbolic blah, 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 blah. Because the thing is, the string breaks. If it breaks for the guy observing it from outside, then it must break for the two rockets, for the two pilots. You know, the string must break. But then he explains they break for a different reason. And the reason is what? Is the hyperbolic plane of whatever. But then he also says that the reason it breaks is because the distance between the two stretches. The distance increase. Increase because of the hyperbolic animations. Is it that, or is it because the front one moved first before the back had a chance, so snapped? Or see, he says both of it. You see, he says, so does the hyperbolic animation cause this one to move, accelerate faster, or faster, quicker? Quicker means, hey man, you move too quick. You mean you move too fast? No, you mean you moved first. You moved too quick. You moved too quick. Yeah, you moved before I had a chance to move. Quick doesn't mean anything. See. So he's all over the map. He's all over the map. But let me explain to you. No, my friend, the string will not break. The string and the two rockets, you should treat them as what? As one thing. As if one rocket is moving. They're all tied together. That's all. Imagine this is the rocket, and one is the front. This is the front rocket, and this is the back rocket. Because these are all made up of different rockets. See, each one of these, each atom is a rocket. Forget this rocket. One rocket, A rocket, B. If you say the whole thing is tied together, and if you don't want, so it's a one rocket. If you don't want the rocket to snap in half, this one better move first before that side. So it must look contracted. That's when the string will not snap for the rockets, for all these pilots. They will all stay together in unison, moving, you know, like a nice, you know, like you see airplanes are all moving in unison. It's not that a rocket and a string and another rocket. No, how about this? It's one rocket. It just looks like there's rocket here and rocket here, no other string. The whole thing is one. It's just one body, okay? It's just one. So here's a string. Wait for it. Here's my rocket. Just a minute. Come on, do I have another? Yeah, how about these fancy batteries, huh? How about these fancy? High grade AAA, double A. How do you open? Yeah, you know, this was my Christmas present here. Check it out. This is good stuff. Yeah, how about that? We should go like this, huh? How about bada bang, bada boom? There's my two rockets. Or how about instead of this? There's my four rockets. Okay. Oh, there's one rocket. Well, how do you make one rocket? I'll tape them together. Hold it, my friend. What the heck is the difference? What the heck is the difference? Okay, what the hell is the difference? Tape, twine. Okay, same thing. Okay, now remember, this is all nothing but electrons, atoms, nothing but space. In relativistic speed, things are not solid. Be it twine, be it tape, be it rockets. They're not rigid. See why? Because it's nothing but empty space. It takes time for things to travel from one. Hey man, the body's moving. By the time this guy says the body moved, this body's already over there. It's gonna snap. Yeah. Because it takes time for this battery to know this battery moved. So this battery, all these batteries have to move before this battery. Then simultaneous. Otherwise the string will break. So the whole thing must look contracted from the back. String, no string makes no difference. I think I made my point. Made my point. So you know what? Go home. I'm experts. I do not need any formulas, fancy animations, and edit my videos. My videos, I don't edit my videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't edit my videos to make my point. That's what I call nonsense. BS. It's nothing but amusement and entertainment. I don't edit my videos. It's just as you see it. You have questions, my friend. Okay, leave in the comment. Until next time, take care.